Alright guys, so we're back in my garage, and this week on the B58 Digest, we have a couple more topics to talk about, so we'll jump right into it. But first, I did want to say again a big thank you to everybody that has been subscribing to the channel and supporting the channel. I have finally released some merch that I have put up for sale. So if you check the link down in the description, you can see where I'm now selling t-shirts on Teespring. They're between $20 and $25 and a lot of different options. So definitely check them out and pick one out if you're interested. They will handle all the logistics and everything for you, so those will ship directly from Teespring. I'm also selling stickers now, so if you're interested in any stickers, definitely send me an email, direct message, whatever. These will be coming directly from me, so I'll handle all payments, and then I will ship those directly to you. So if you guys are interested in anything like that, reach out, check out the website. Thanks again to everybody for helping me hit 4,000 subscribers. I really didn't plan on taking this as seriously as I am now. So you guys have given me a lot of motivation to keep pushing out content. All right, so let's hop right into the video. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is probably the biggest news that's come out over the past week or so. And this is the new xHP drag race mode. And this is something that they created for people that do drag racing and they're trying to optimize their 0 to 60 times or their quarter-mile times. Now, I will say this up front, I don't have personal experience with xHP. I can't use it on my personal car, obviously, but this is something that makes me nervous. I mean, even not even being able to use it, like I'm nervous for you guys that are interested in trying it out. And the way that they implemented it is something that's, very, very risky. And they put a lot of information out there so that you guys can understand what they're doing. But I don't think other people realize how much strain and risk they're putting on their transmission by running this mode. So let's just go ahead and talk about what it says. They said that this new feature will help you take tenths off at the drag strip. They've seen the drag mode reduce 0 to 60 and 60 to 120 times. In-house testing revealed gains as much as 0.2 to 0.6 seconds off of 0 to 60 compared to the regular stage 3 map. And usage is easy. You just activate it in the custom settings and flash it to your car. So that performance benefit is definitely something that's significant. And if you're running like an 11.2 or 11.3, it might put you in the 10s. I mean, that's a significant reduction in time for people that do quarter-mile racing. So I definitely understand the benefit there. The way that they said it works is where it makes me nervous. So they say that drag mode eliminates torque reduction during shifts completely. It maxes out shift pressures, changes timing parameters, and alters the clutch protection calculations so that you can put full power to the ground under all circumstances. So this is where your eyes should be getting wide and people should be getting concerned, because if you just have a street car that you drive to work and things like that, I'm not sure why you would run this all the time. It obviously puts a lot of risk on your system because it's pretty much eliminating all of the protections that you have in place. And every once in a while you see people post up, questions showing that they've got transmission codes and their car is throwing errors and they don't know why. This is the car trying to protect itself because you're banging off the rev limiter, or one wheel came off the ground, or something that affected how the transmission was actually putting out power. And it goes into a protection mode to prevent you from slipping your clutches, damaging gears, and anything else inside of your transmission. It's trying to protect you. And in this case, if you were running this mode, it just wouldn't do that, and you would just break something in a lot of cases. So that's really, really significant, guys. I don't know if people understand that, but that is a significant issue, in my opinion, and something that people should be made more aware of before trying to run this drag race mode. Now, I've also seen a screenshot of kind of the fine print or comments that you'll see before you enable this mode. And what it says is drag race mode will automatically enable during launch control, and Sport Plus or DSC off for 8 speeds, or manual mode for 6 speeds. So those are like, the E90 guys. When being above 40% throttle, normal city driving and comfort is unaffected. Please note that the expected wear on your clutch packs is around 4 times higher, and transmissions in less than optimal working state can develop misshifts. What? It's just crazy to me that this is an option just based on that alone. I mean, if your transmission is expected to last, say, like 100 to 200,000 miles with good maintenance, this is cutting it down to 25 to 50,000 miles. And that's just insane to me, that an option that will put 400% of the wear on your clutch packs is simply like an on-off switch in your tune. Now, granted, I know a lot of you know what you're signing up for. I've seen several people that say they just turned it on to do a couple draggy runs and see how it performed, and then they switched back to the regular stage 3. So we highly appreciate your efforts and willingness to take on that risk, just to see, if the performance gains were real and things like that. And a lot of the data out there does show that it does have, 0.2 to 0.3 second reduction in quarter mile times. But that's just an insane amount of wear. I don't see how that is worth it, but I'm not really a racer. I'm not somebody that's, 100% dead set I'm trying to set a record or something like that. So it just doesn't really make sense to me. But if you're already, hitting the limits of your stock transmission, maybe you just want to send it off one time before you swap to like an upgraded built trans, or you just don't care, you're willing to send it to the moon for the clout, that option is there for you. So again, this is something that is extremely risky. I've seen at least 2 cases of people that have used it and developed transmission issues after using it just once. Everybody else that I've seen has pretty good results from their trials. So just definitely don't run it all the time, and make sure that you understand the risks before you turn it on. I think a couple people said that some of these notes should be like in red and flashing, like it shouldn't just be a comment on that page. And I definitely agree. I just feel like a lot of people don't realize or won't know what they're putting their trans through until they go into one of those circumstances where, they miss a shift or they do something unexpected and the trans doesn't try to stop it and protect them. And now instead of throwing a code and getting a limp mode that you can just clear, you can completely break something. So please, please, please be cognizant of what you're doing when you try this mode. And for those of you that are willing to risk it, good luck. Hopefully you get the times that you're looking for. Now, the last 2 things I want to touch on are just 2 more products, and I try not to do this too much because it seems to get kind of repetitive in my videos, but I do want to put you guys on notice of things that are coming out. So first of all, we do have another intake manifold that's getting ready to hit the market. This is coming from a company called RKAutowerks, and they do a lot of tuning and custom parts and things like that for BMWs and Porsches. And so their latest project is an intercooler for the B58. And it looks like they developed this in partnership with M&P, which is the shop that built one stock F30's car. For those of you that don't know, now it's called M Powerhouse. But you can look it up. They've got a lot of pictures now showing the machining process being underway. So they're actually starting to make these. And I'm assuming that they're just another company that's trying to get them in before the Black Friday rush. So I anticipate this being released in the next couple weeks, and probably they'll post some introductory pricing in November. So that way, people that are looking for Black Friday sales and stuff can invest some of their money there. Of course, I still don't know how much it's going to cost. There's no guarantees that it's going to be cheaper than the other ones on the market. It looks like they're still following the same type of process by, milling it out of billet aluminum. So that's extremely expensive. It's just kind of the nature of it. They do kind of have a unique design though, because the way that they made it is it has a bigger core, but they kind of still tried to integrate a feature that allows you to change your oil filter without removing it. The concern that this creates is some people think that it might limit airflow to cylinders 5 and 6 because of how much it tapers into the intercooler. So again, time will tell how well that works. Actually, I do think that I've seen some, airflow modeling and analysis that they did to show that it wouldn't be an issue, but for the life of me, I can't find that picture right now. But again, real life testing will tell the full story. So we'll see once that actually comes out. And the last one is another intake. So I know we've been joking about this on my Instagram and stuff the past couple weeks. But I did want to let you guys know that Agency Power made an intake that people really, really liked. It was the loudest intake on the market, but unfortunately it was discontinued. And it's actually back on the market now. It's just rebranded under a new name. So it's under the company called VR Performance. And it's the exact same intake, just different logo. And you can buy it new now. So for people that were looking for it on the used market or, whatever, just disappointed that they couldn't find it anymore, this is your opportunity to get it. So shout out to Mike at Extreme Powerhouse for, posting this information on the forums and just making everybody aware that it's available again. And if you guys are interested in that, it is a big open filter with a lot of surface area. So it's really, really loud. I bet even with all the new intakes on the market, it's still going to be the loudest one. So those are all the updates that I have for this week. Again, thank you guys for watching and supporting. Definitely check out the t-shirts and stickers that I have available if that's something that you're interested in. and everything that you do supports the channel and just helps continue the growth so that we can create more videos, more DIYs, and other projects in the future. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.